Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of the Vida Latina Upstate podcast. I am one of your hosts, Daniel Irizarry, here with my father and co-host.
Dan Irizarry. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, watching, or listening, wherever you listen.
However they consume the content.
Yes. All right, so what do we got going today?
As you can see, it is summertime here in Albany. We live in Saratoga. I almost said Saratoga, like Latino. Okay. But we live in Saratoga. Albany is the same heat. But yeah, it's hot outside. The girls are out. Everybody's walking their dogs.
I have nothing
barbecues.
I have nothing to do with that part.
Everything.
Everything's popping.
Tutta staroba, all that stuff.
Yeah, the mayor's got a bunch of events coming up.
Oh, New York City, yeah, I forget about it.
Here.
Oh, this man.
5 at 5. Yeah. Remember, I was on the transition team?
He was on the transition team. We mentioned
5 at 5. They have this. Actually, tonight, there's a salsa and salsa, which I think is a weird name. A salsa and salsa event.
Meaning?
Dance and tastings of different salsas. I don't know what that means.
That's interesting. You taste different salsa and then you dance. You taste the salsa picante and dance.
So that's happening locally. There's a lot of local music as well.
Mm-hmm. Jazz festival.
Jazz festival was amazing. Shout out to SPAC and the director there, Elizabeth Sobel, who was really generous. Once again, Capital District Latinos got to send a contingent of folks to go experience that.
And you were part of the contingent?
I was part of the contingent. It was fantastic. The music was top shelf. And the weather on that particular day was just perfect. It was just perfect. As opposed to recent days where it's been in the excess of 95.
And humid. The humid part is the bad part.
Horrible. So I hope everyone is enjoying
the
summer so far. It's very early, but you know, the thing about, I judge by racing seasons.
Yeah.
Saratoga's got racing seasons, we know.
Started last week.
Which is a blessing and a curse, because if you live up there, then you have an major influx of, I don't know, how many people?
70, in total, they think at the Belmont, like 100,000 people, so 70,000 extra. But for the regular season, it's about 40,000 extra, 70,000 people.
Because it's a longer season. So for
70,000 in total, right. So 30,000 locals.
Per day. I'm not talking about...
Yeah, on a regular day, 30,000 locals, 40,000 tourists.
Right. So the city explodes with people, and people who don't know how to drive or drive horribly. So
or walk even.
Yeah.
The phone, head down.
Who think that, you know, they're in, I don't know where, some other country, but it's really still New York State. Anyway.
Yeah,
but it's
Long Island.
But what I was going to say is that once the season starts, it feels like it's a race. Literally,
it goes like that, yeah. Literally,
till Labor Day.
You blink and it's Labor Day.
Yeah, so
more or less, you blink.
But anyway,
and it's Labor Day.
Enjoy it, everyone. These are tough times that we're living under, but
sure,
get enjoyment where you can. Watch live music if you can have the opportunity to go. There's so many different offerings. Schenectady's got a whole series of concerts that they do as well. A lot of music from the third world. So. Get out there and enjoy. Support
the third
local
world.
Music. Never mind.
Okay. But yeah, so support local. And if you're from the city, obviously this is an upstate thing, but there's a lot of things going on in the city, obviously.
Absolutely.
So
great time to
I'm going there soon for a special reason that I can't divulge, but I'm going there. That's all I'll say. I'm going there. And
you working for the CIA now? Is that
something like that? Yeah.
Like that? Okay.
Let's get into the topic of today's episode,
which is
Boricuas en la Luna, which comes from
Antonio Correger's poem of the same name, which
called
was
Boricua.
Popularized by Roy Brown. And a succession of other artists of color.
I think I've mentioned, for a reason, I think I've actually mentioned the song on the podcast already.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, but this is Boricuas en la Luna, plural, because right now it seems like Puerto Ricans have been achieving so much in the country, or internationally, really, but also in America mainly, which is where they're part of America, that they're like on the moon.
Sure? I don't think
I'm not sure, but yeah, it's like they landed on the moon. Is my point, right? They've done so much, achieved so much.
Right.
It's like
it's kind of a different interpretation of what I consider it to mean. But yeah, I think in terms of achievement,
in terms of achievement,
we've hit the stratosphere.
feel, you know, and the pride comes with them. Even if they're on the moon, that's the point of that. Is the pride comes with them, and that shows.
Okay.
In everything we talk about today.
So you're still trying to explain your tagline. That's basically what it. Okay.
So 2026 Grammys were on Sunday, February 1st. The Super Bowl was
2 weeks
Sunday,
before.
February 8th. No, it was a week after, bro. I'm telling you, I know this stuff.
Oh, so he won the Grammy first,
Grammys.
and then he went on and did the Super Bowl. I thought it was reversed.
Nope, it's never like that.
Okay.
So let me say that. So you get into all this, but so Bad Bunny, obviously he's emerged on the scenes. We've talked about him in another episode.
El Conejo Malo.
Conillo Malo.
Conejo Malo.
Conillo Cattivo. Yeah.
Okay,
but yeah, so
con el Conejo Malo?
we've talked about Bad Bunny already plenty on this podcast, but this is a new achievement. You know, we talked about his residency. This is a new achievement that he had in February, in the same week, February 1st.
Same week?
February 1st.
Okay.
Was the Grammys, and he wins Best Album for Debe Tirar Más Fotos.
Latin or first Spanish language album to win.
Yep. And
the best album of the year, right?
He won album of the year in the 2026 Grammys, making history. Yeah, it's the first Spanish language album to win the award.
Right.
And then literally a week from that day, that's Sunday. The next Sunday is Super Bowl, whatever LX means. I don't know the Latin numerals. 60?
60, yeah.
60, okay. Well, because I know X, and then you multiply. Okay, so
all right.
You carry the 1, and then my Roman numerals.
Public school.
Yeah. Hey, don't hate on Mr. Shanks and people like that.
Anyway,
I love those guys.
So go ahead.
So he headlines the Super Bowl.
Let's just pause right there.
Bad Bunny headlines the Super Bowl a week after he gets a Grammy.
Now we're talking about this months later.
Yeah.
And sorry for that because we're looking back at it, right?
Yeah.
But it still is worth taking a moment to just look and reflect upon the incredible achievement of that.
The combination.
The combination of winning that award and then going on to entertain billions of people because it's a worldwide.
Event. I would say billions.
It's international. I forget what the numbers were, but
around a billion.
The audience is huge.
Huge.
So the achievement by Benito of these two things is just remarkable. But then now fast forward to
there's only one other person that could do it, by the way, that's current.
Who's that?
Beyonce.
Right, why do we have to divert?
I'm just saying that's the only other person that could do a Grammy and then win that Grammy and then go to the Super Bowl. But anyway, go ahead, continue.
What I was going to say is that right at this current moment, as if all of those achievements weren't enough, and of course the year before when he did the residency in Puerto Rico. So if you look at it, what he's doing in Europe is just really colossal. I mean, it's just unbelievable. When you look and see how audiences who live thousands of miles away, who live in different, are from different cultures, speak different languages, and to see, for instance, I mean, España, that's one thing. España, because we share a language and a history, but even that, the achievement of having 10 sold-out concerts in...
Crazy.
I don't know if it was Madrid, Barcelona...
Barcelona,
some other... And stadiums, like 60, 70,000 people. That was colossal.
12 concerts he did in Spain.
Did he? Okay, I stand corrected. I sit correct.
2 in Barcelona and 10 in Madrid.
10 in Madrid, okay. So that in and of itself is an amazing phenomenon because, let's face it, Puerto Rico is one thing, but to bring it to Europe and to Spain is an entirely different thing. And there were a lot of people who in Spain were like, highfalutin Catalans or whoever they were, who were saying, this guy, él no sabe cómo hablar. El conejo
they don't know how to talk.
And so they were definitely down on him.
As they are on Puerto Ricans, by the way.
Yeah,
a lot of them. Not generally, but a lot of them.
And the whole sexual thing, the thing that he talks about, the themes that he talks about. But you cannot deny the hunger that the people had in Spain for this entertainment. And the fact that he has so many colossal people surrounding him musicians and dancers.
Like Tiny. I just always love when he shouts
I love the
out
way he says
Tiny.
Tiny.
And you know Tiny's fat.
Yeah, no, I don't think
Guaranteed,
so.
no.
Anyway, stop.
Show a picture of Tiny right here. Go ahead.
Making me digress here. That was just enormous. But then that's one thing, and it's a colossal achievement in and of itself. But when you now transfer and take him to freaking Berlin,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
No shade to the German people. Aurora, your cousin,
We love the
my
Germans.
niece goes there all the time. She loves it.
Oktoberfest.
Shout out to my beautiful niece, talented niece. So you take Benito, who again sings entirely in Spanish, never speaks a word that I have heard in English in his concerts. And
By
you
the
see
way,
the people of
Italy as well, by the way. You were wrong.
I was wrong.
You sit
What?
correct. You sit corrected.
I don't. Well,
He went to Milano.
that's maybe that. I
Twice.
missed that one. I think I missed that one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Milan,
so he-
up to 160,000 total tickets. If both venues were full, and they were both at capacity. So it's 80,000.
So you go to
twice.
Berlin,
Yeah.
and you have. I looked at like on Instagram. I looked at the pictures of everybody.
Yeah.
And you cannot, not for nothing, but the German language is one thing and Spanish is quite another, right?
Complete different.
But you had a complete kind of a buy-in by the German youth of this culture. Now, it bears repeating that what he's doing is something incredible for the island, right? We all
Yeah, remember. By the way, that's the point, right? 8 million people, only 3 million on the island, 4 million on the island, right?
That's right. That's right.
So we're talking about the island only has 4 million people, but 8 million people in the whole world, Puerto Rican.
Then 100 por 35, 100 miles by 35 miles. That's kind of a saying that's being said a lot now. Because it means that a place so small can import the amount of cultural impact that Puerto Rico has. When we talk about, and I know we're going to talk about the Knicks.
Yeah, Jose Alvarado.
Jose Alvarado. We're talking about the boxer. ¿Cómo se llama ella?
Amanda Serrano, I think.
Serrano. Yeah, you talk about her impact.
Serrano for sure.
You talk about the Miss
Universe. We're going to talk about that, yeah.
All of those things, you continue to understand that Puerto Rico has an outsized impact on the global stage in terms of culture.
That's its output. So they got the Jones Act, so they can't really export stuff, but they can export culture, and that's what they exported to, not just the U.S., the mainland, to the world.
To the world, yeah.
And that's our biggest that's what I think probably our biggest contribution is the culture.
Pablo Casals, you've had...
And talent really is the export.
Pablo Casals was a musician also, and he was a worldwide talent.
Yeah.
Worldwide cellist. He had the festival.
But
in modern times,
yeah,
in this moment in which we're living, there's no comparison to the impact that this man has had. The number one hit on Spotify for weeks on end. He's
the Grammys.
Millions of viewers or millions of followers.
He's a huge
social media. He has a team, by the way, and this is something that I know people can appreciate, especially people who have ever been involved in putting a show on of any sort, even if it's like at a local school, right? When you put on a show, you have to take care of so many different logistical matters, right?
Yeah.
Any one thing can totally destroy and blow up your performance. This guy has a team that has created an aesthetic that is just out of this world. They have it all down pat. They do it. They've done it for hundreds.
You can't replicate it.
Can't replicate it. He goes and, I mean, he's so smart. His team is so smart that, like, when he does these concerts, every place he goes to, he says, "I'm going to do a special song," which is from his repertoire, from older things that people haven't heard. Yeah, some things that people haven't heard in years, right? So if you're an OG,
like me,
guy, right.
Us.
So if you're an OG Bad Bunny fan, like and you're in Madrid, and Al pops J Balvin or whatever it is to sing one of the
songs that they're all on. Yeah,
it's amazing. You have like Casita, which is its own thing.
By the way, the guy used to bag groceries. By the way, right before he
Well,
before he
10 years ago, yeah. Before he started,
Before he started getting a SoundCloud, or while he was on a SoundCloud, he was bagging groceries. Now the guy is, and not to mention, by the way, this is the last achievement of his that we're going to talk about, Puerto Rico, which we talked about in another episode.
Oh, that's right, we did.
We focus on it in another episode, Javier Bardem. Ed Norton, not from Honeymooners. Edward Norton, the guy from
director and actor and
extraordinaire. Yeah,
incredible.
But Ed Norton, Javier Bardem, Viggo Mortensen,
Vigo, Argentino.
Yeah,
Argentina. You know, he was born in the States and then he moved to Argentina.
Wow,
and lived there.
He does. I mean, an amazing job playing a Russian gangster, though. It's like crazy that his background is what it is. And Tony Lip.
What's that?
Tony Lip. The Green Book.
Oh,
that guy's name was Tony Lip.
That was incredible.
He played Tony Lip.
History of Violence.
History of
Violence was my first Vigo movie that I can recall. And of course, the heartwarming one was the one about the Appaloosa, I think it was called.
I don't know. My favorite is the Russian one.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's natural.
Vigo, an incredible, and Rene from Calle 13.
Yeah. Is putting it together,
and it's something that we've been.
Yeah, we talk about it in another episode, so we're not gonna get into it now. But the fact that he's starring as Águila Blanco, let's be honest, he's got to play Águila Blanco.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah.
So he's playing Águila Blanco, this revolutionary figure,
right?
Independentista, thief, criminal. Right. You know, he was a Salvatore Giuliano of Puerto Rico. That's what I think I might have said last time. You know, Salvatore Giuliano. He was like a historic figure, and he was like Bigfoot or something like that, or Frank Sinatra. I'll tell you what, when people saw him, Salvatore Giuliano, every Sicilian in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, they said, "Oh, I saw him one time at a cafe," and blah blah blah.
So
he's a mythic figure, but he was a revolutionary. It turns out, I think he worked for the CIA in reality, to kill communists. But he was a revolutionary. He killed people. He did all types of crazy stuff.
Are you saying that Águila Blanca is on the same?
He's a similar as far as revolutionary, old school. Mythic, yeah.
Really not that.
Águila Blanco?
Not that as well known in
not as well known as Don Pedro, no.
Or Betances.
Yeah, but he's also a lot older. I mean, he was around the 1800s, you know. So, but regardless, we're not here to have that conversation. He reminds me of Salvatore Giuliano. They made that movie. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called The Sicilian. Well, Mario Puzo wrote a book called The Sicilian.
Why are we bringing this back to the...
We're not. Okay. I just said that's what I think it is like.
All right.
So, and they made a book and movie about it just like this. So, and he was reading our friend's book.
History.
War Against All Puerto Ricans. And I think, if I had to guess, he was reading this for prep for the movie.
Right. I would think so.
Out of interest, obviously. He liked the book.
Which, by the way, our podcast with Nelson Dennis
is up there.
It, and he said that his book sales took off. There's like this ebb and flow of when people like come back to his book when somebody popularizes it.
And he popularized it by just holding it and walking.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Walking around wherever he was, probably Austin, Texas.
It's all about product placement. You know?
Yeah, no, it had nothing to do with that. But they're making a movie now called Puerto Rico with the right people. That's the best. What's the important part? They make a lot of movies like about mythic figures, let's say, keep it there, and they don't have the right people involved. You got to have the right people, and they got them.
What's the biggest shame, and no shade on the DR, but the biggest shame to me was that Puerto Rico would not step up and give them the sufficient tax credits.
Yeah, they got to film in DR.
There may be more complex reasoning than that, but just the idea, just on the space.
They got to film a PR story in DR,
case of not having this important Puerto Rican film made on the island and elsewhere is just...
That's it. It happens with movies. It happened with a movie, Kill the Irishman. Kill the Irishman. It's a totally different movie. They were supposed to film it. It was based in... listen to this. It was based in Cleveland, and they filmed it in Detroit because Cleveland wouldn't let them. Maybe because they didn't like the guy or whatever. They had some sort of reason, some beef. But Detroit and Cleveland are the same. They're very similar. Deindustrialized cities, etc. They look very similar, but different.
They wouldn't give them enough money, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's, and probably some people were lobbying against it. Yeah,
that's similar to the story in Puerto Rico. But that, to me, is just like a real...
Yeah, they look similar, but it's the feel, though, is different.
It's a tragedy that this
yes.
man at the height of his powers of celebrity and all of these famous
You're right.
people.
You could have
would
called the
make it-
DR, the Puerto Rican governor.
So
rather.
now we're going to have scenes that are supposed to take place in,
Santurce, let's say.
Santurce or Cabo Rojo or Ponce.
And in the mountains too, because he was a Jibaro guy.
Right. So that's going to happen, although we probably won't even be able to distinguish in the mountains because of the landscape.
Certain
but
parts.
when you're in certain parts, when you're supposed to be in certain parts of Puerto Rico, and you're in the DR, unless you do a lot of well, I don't want to pick it apart already.
They got to make sure nobody's
running. Disappointing, and as I said, no shade to our Dominican friends.
Yeah, of course not.
Because it's a beautiful island.
But we like to
it's
keep
part of the archipelago. But it's the same thing as they were to make a
like a lot of movies that take place in New York are filmed on a lot in LA, or they filmed in New Jersey.
I know, it's true. It's
a lot of them are filmed in Jersey because it looks enough like New York.
But this is why it boils my blood.
Yeah.
Is because Jennifer Gonzalez, the current governor of Puerto Rico, is the one who makes those decisions.
Yeah.
And then you think about, and I don't know, I don't have the number,
the inside line,
my fingertips of how much they were requiring for it to be, financially viable or whatever. I
don't even know is it an independent or is it a studio?
I don't think. I mean, they have to. They have to find a distributor for them.
Of course,
and I think it is. For the most part, I think it is financed by that group because Lord knows they have more money than you need.
Yeah.
So I don't know the number, but we have, and this is why I did. Even though we're talking about tremendous achievements, there's something that really bothers me about what's going on in Puerto Rico, and a lot of people are catching on to it in the diaspora and should know about it, is that Proyecto Esencia that they're planning for Cabo Rojo, which
means Project of Absence. Project of Absence, correct?
Esencia?
Proyecto Esencia, what does it mean?
Essence.
Esencia.
Yeah. So what really boils my blood is that, the governor is willing to give, and I have the figure here.
1868 Studios, by the way.
That's such a cool.
The key producing entity. What's 1868 mean?
Going back, that's the
Grito de Lares. Okay, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's, in other words, it's them.
Yeah. So
it's
so check this out. You can't give Bad Bunny whatever it was that he was asking for, which wasn't $500 million.
Yeah, and Ed Norton is producing it, by the way.
Yeah. So Proyecto Esencia in Cabo Rojo is a $2 billion with a B dollar project, which is going to totally change the look, the feel, the environment.
Yeah. Of where? Cabo Rojo?
Of Cabo Rojo, which is on the southwest coast of Puerto Rico.
Got it.
Like right below Mayagüez.
We'll show a little thing.
Yeah.
And right.
So the governor is willing to give them $500 million in subsidies.
That's crazy.
For that project, which is all foreign investment.
Yeah.
None of the profits are going to be going to our people. Like although they want to say it's going to create 4,000 jobs.
Yeah, that's what they always say.
Let me tell you something. Having spent 30
They'll
years...
create construction jobs, and that's it, right?
Yeah. Having spent 30 years dealing with housing projects that get low-income tax credits.
Yeah.
Working for the state.
You know everything.
The people who benefit, no matter what they tell you, are the people who invest.
The firms.
Because those tax credits will last for the next 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're a dollar for dollar reduction in tax liability.
Yeah.
So those investors, those people who are making this up, and let me tell you, they're all 1% people. Mm-hmm. They're going to take this pristine environment, which has like mangroves. It has endangered species.
Wow.
Boquerón includes, Boquerón is one of the most beautiful beaches I can remember. I don't know every single beach in Puerto Rico, but Boquerón is an incredible beach.
Yeah. And they're doing some stuff with it. We don't know yet.
The impact and the displacement of the local population, bro.
Yeah, well, that's
so you
the
think
part.
All those people, so they're building.
It's gonna be expensive there to live now, and they're not gonna be able to live there.
Of course, they're building
condos.
1,200 thereabouts. These are approximate numbers. 1,200 homes. 520 hotel rooms. The median income in Cabo Rojo is $26,000 a year. You think that you can't even walk on?
You can't rent a hut.
You can't rent. You won't be able to. and there's going to be 2 private golf courses.
I don't know. Who's doing this? Who's behind this? I want to know.
You know, not
I just like to know who's. I bet you there's somebody big behind
it's Cabo Rojo Land Acquisition is part. Let me tell you, this is multifaceted.
No, I know. We don't have to get into everything. I'm just curious as to
20 different
if there's somebody
involved.
specific involved.
So the people won't be able to afford it.
It's probably maybe like the crypto bros and all those guys that are on the island got together. The tech bros, the pharmaceutical bros, and the crypto bros. They're probably all the rich people that live near La Princesa.
All the people who are moving onto the island for tax benefits.
They got together.
Either them or maybe it could, for all we know, it could be, the Arab Emirates.
Yeah, it could be the Qataris. Probably Qataris.
The point is that it's not going to be our people and it's going to drain resources from the island.
Yeah.
And it's going to endanger the culture, the environment.
What is it? Flora and what?
Fauna.
Flora and fauna.
There's lots of this stuff. If you want to inform yourself, look online.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reporting that's been done on it. But what I'm saying is, even as we have these incredible achievements in the cultural areas and all these
Boricuas are in La Luna.
Right, Boricuas and La Luna. There are insidious forces at play on the island.
Okay, but there are also some really great forces here at play on another island, Manhattan. Jose Alvarado.
Wow.
Jose Alvarado. Let's give a round of applause. Come on.
Bro. Go my Knicks. Let me tell you, my brother, it's been...
So Jose Alvarado, to be clear, Jose Alvarado is Puerto Rican from where?
From Queens, I think.
No, Queens. I mean, where's his family from? In Puerto Rico? You don't know? Okay, I'll look that up. But, so
he was key. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, you talk about it because I didn't watch the whole thing, so talk about it. I saw him at the Puerto Rican Day Parade with a bottle of Bacardi. I just want to say Bacardi is not actually Puerto Rican rum. Just for everybody out there, Don Q. If you wanna really give money to Puerto Ricans, there's other stuff, but Don Q's the best. 151 or whatever, the basic stuff. I'm not pushing alcohol. And we're not sponsored. I don't know the people that own Don Q. It's a good family, from my understanding, but that owns Don Q, like a generational thing. But regardless, Bacardi it's a Cuban corporation that owns it. It's just made in Puerto Rico.
Right.
So the money's not going to Cubans. So it's a similar dynamic to other stuff. So Don Q.
Okay, that's me.
But he was at the Puerto Rico. He was with his shirt off and a bottle of Bacardi.
Jose Alvarado was clutch. Clutch when Coach Brown decided that the bigs of San Antonio were causing too much problems for the team. He went and did what hadn't been done. I don't know how long. Maybe not in the history of this team. Certainly.
Yeah.
He put 2 point guards on the floor.
Small
guards. And that created a chemistry that was undeniable. I mean,
Jose Alvarado was one of them.
Jalen Brunson was. There's nothing else to say about it that hasn't been said.
The GOAT.
Jose was just able to take some of the pressure off Jalen. And there was one move that he did. You got to go YouTube the last. I think it was the last game.
Yeah.
He put Wemby on skates. He did like a twirl right underneath the basket and laid it up. And Wemby looked like a fool, bro. So he was incredible, and he was able to take the pressure off Jalen Brunson and come down the court fast. And they call him, I love this, they call him Grand Theft Alvarado.
Yeah, Grand Theft Alvarado.
He was with the Mavericks. No, that was Brunson. He was with another team. I can't remember which. And he got that name because he was, he led the team in steals.
Yeah. Grand Theft Auto, he stole the ball. A lot of turnovers. He created a lot of turnovers.
Excuse me.
He created a lot of turnovers for the other team. Even if it's not stealing the ball literally, he did something. He grabbed it, he ran.
Disruptive. He was
disruptive, exactly. Disruptive. Yeah, I love a point guard that's very defensive. That's how I am. Yeah. I know I'm not a point guard. I know I'm not a basketball player, but when I did play basketball, I loved
what
just
team did
being.
You play
I just
again?
loved having. You would have your hand up, right hand up, or left hand up, and right hand on near the ball. So where the ball is, or whatever your strong hand is, you follow the ball with one hand, and you follow, and you put the other hand up. So if he shoots, you can, right? It's not a drill. It's just how you're supposed to.
That's the posture that.
Yeah, it's it's like 10 and 2. It's like you're supposed to put your hands like this. In basketball, it's put your hand up here and the other one near the ball. So he does stuff like he really guards the point.
Fantastic.
And it keeps them from scoring points. So it was amazing. Talk about for a second. You're a New Yorker. Talk about New York getting a ring in 50 years finally.
So when I was young, I was a teenager. The last time that famous Willis Reed
73
was played, Clyde Frazier had been my heroes from that time.
Yeah,
and that was before we had cable. And I'm not even sure I watched it on TV. I think it might have been on the radio or something.
Yeah, the radio, right? Used to play games on the radio. I've seen it in movies.
Remember, but all I remember is that was an incredible
1973, moment. Right?
That was the last one. They won championships twice up until this year. This is the third championship.
What was the other one? The 60s?
I think it was 70 and 73.
70, 73. So the same same era.
71 and 73.
So the same team probably more or less won the chip twice.
One had Dave DeBuscher.
Yeah, I'm sure they move people around. Okay.
Anyway, it was incredible to watch, and despite everybody saying they're going to burn New York City down.
Yeah, no, they burned some buses or whatever. That's about it.
Stuff that went
hooliganism.
On, but it was, I mean, to see some of the reactions and the people just loving on each other.
Spike Lee.
There's people that kept on talking about how New York has changed.
Yeah.
The vibe was like so thick out there. People were like helping each other.
Yeah.
They weren't like yelling at each other.
Say what you want about Mamdani. His New York is just fun, more fun.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm not saying it's like Giuliani is safe. He's cutting down on crime. It's just more fun.
Well,
so far, I don't know. I mean,
statistics are like nationally, crime is down nationally. Because
okay, gotcha.
People
are just done.
People are aging. People are aging out. The criminal element is kind of getting old or whatever.
Or going to jail. Or they're in jail.
But there's just less crime. There's just less crime than there has been.
Okay.
For whatever reason. But what I really find remarkable is the power of sports. We're living in
it brought everybody together.
Sorry.
And the World Cup, by the way, we didn't even talk about the World Cup,
That's because no Puerto Rican.
It's not Puerto Rican. Yeah, why is there no Puerto Rican team? Is there a Puerto Rican soccer team? There definitely is, but they don't qualify for nothing. They don't qualify for the Caribbean.
Basketball and baseball.
Boxing, bro. Boxing.
And boxing. No, but I'm talking about when you're talking about teams.
Teams, yeah. It's either basketball or mostly baseball, let's be honest. Basketball, they're great. Jose Alvarado, Carlos Arroyo, who else? Carmelo Anthony. Throw me some Puerto Rican basketball players.
Well,
JJ Barrea, no? JJ Barrea, he was tiny, bro.
Well,
we won a championship,
Alvarado, actually.
He what?
Same size as Alvarado.
Really?
I saw them together in Puerto Rico.
They're friends?
They had some shots. No, they had he went to Puerto Rico, and all these sports legends came to meet him at the airport.
Yeah, sure.
Did a big thing with him. Anyway,
after he
it
won,
was very cool. Yeah, he brought the trophy. He brought the trophy to the island.
Oh wow, that's awesome!
Like, paraded it around. It was pretty.
They let him do that.
It was pretty impactful.
Oh wait, no, everybody gets the trophy. How does it work? There's one trophy.
I think it's one trophy, and you get to maybe.
Yeah.
If you're on the team, you get to.
You get to loan it. You sign it out, or
maybe it was a replica. Who knows?
To me, it brought the energy to New York. The World Cup, I think, was going to bring energy regardless because there's all these different people from different countries coming to see, which is awesome. So that's happening in New York, which brought a bunch of energy. But if without the Knicks championship, I don't think it would be the same energy in New York right now. And I haven't been yet. I'm going soon, and I will report back with not on the details of what I do, but on the energy there, right? Because it seems like everything happened at the right time. And Mamdani, he's not taking credit for it, but I think it looks really good for him. That's for sure.
Well, listen, you get to take credit when
stuff
happens on your watch.
And when bad stuff happens, you also
exactly.
You got to bear it, right? When it's good, when it's bad. So that's New York. That's the city. That's the Boricua element. Obviously, he was in Bushwick, which is historically Puerto Rican. He was in Bushwick with the trophy. And it was the trophy and Bacardi, whatever. He was with the bottle of Bacardi, running around yelling. He just looked at home and happy. So, and a lot of Boricuas around him. So it's a cool thing for Boricuas. Yeah. Lastly, not lastly as a topic, but lastly is this stuff talking about Puerto Ricans.
Our discussion.
Yeah, as far as Puerto Ricans, right, is the Miss Universe. So this is an interesting little thing, right? So I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold up.
Miss Universe is taking place in Puerto Rico.
It's gonna take in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
For the first time, or no? This has happened before, I believe, right? I think the pageants happened in Puerto Rico before.
So probably, but Puerto Rico is one of the biggest. Hold on, let me get the stats.
largest number of winners of the Miss
Per capita.
Universe per capita
by far. But I got to get the number. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Let me drum roll. Las mujeres puertorriqueñas son bellas.
That's it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Parece come, I don't know.
Son reinas.
Yeah, do the math.
You should have done this before the podcast, bro. What is that song?
How many they have per capita?
What is that song? A lot, where the chorus is a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Making them money.
How
A
many
lot.
winners of pageants? A lot.
Yeah, exactly. Per capita. So remember, population on the island is 4 million people.
Not anymore.
So, what is it, 3?
I think it's 3. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 million people. And they're Puerto Ricans that win usually. I don't think they come from Brooklyn and stuff. I think they're Puerto Ricans on the island. Yeah.
Island born, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So think about that. 3 million people, and they have the second most Miss Universe winners.
And how long? What is the history of
I'm doing that right now. Hold on.
Okay. You're taking too long, bro.
The background, mate, is like I said, Miss Universe taking place in San Juan. So here's the numbers, right? Actually, the U.S. is number 1. So you could really count. I bet
Okay,
you if you count some of them, one of them was probably Puerto Rican.
Before, because now you're
Okay, so here's the numbers, right?
Okay.
United States, Miss Universe wins 9. Population is 341 million. So wins per capita 0.026. Puerto Rico is 59.6 times higher per capita. They're 60 times more per capita. Venezuela has 7. Puerto Rico has 5 winners. 5 winners historically. With 3 million people. So think about that. America has 341 million people. They have 4 more winners, but they have that population. My point is having 5 winners where everybody else above them and below them. Venezuela, actually, I'll give you this. Venezuela only has 30 million people. Compared to the other ones, that's not a lot. But it's compared to Puerto Rico, it's still 10 times smaller. Puerto Rico is 10 times smaller, rather. So there's been 74 Miss Universe pageants. Okay. So that means since, do the math, since the 50s. It's not the percentage, really. It's just per capita. There's 60x. 60x what American
world.
They have so 5, let's make it 6. I think home court advantage, and we were talking about this, I think home court advantage counts.
Okay.
I'm serious. I think that affects it somehow.
Did you talk about some Amanda Serrano? We did.
No, we didn't talk about shit, but Amanda Serrano is a great boxer is now a featherweight champion. Boxing is a lovely pastime for Puerto Ricans. They give you a nice scaff, give you a punch to the head.
Do some of the world's best boxers.
Yeah, but some of the best boxers. List them out.
No, I can't.
Yeah, but I'm Puerto Rican and Italian. For anybody that doesn't know, I should be able to box. Those are two of the best boxing bloodlines.
Right
Jake LaMotta, name a Puerto Rican one.
Watch it.
Name one of the Puerto Rican one. Joaquin, isn't there one named Joaquin? No. Felix, that's the one that everybody knows. Trinidad, everybody knows him. Wilfred Benitez. Anyway, Macho Camacho is Puerto Rican. Yeah. So my point is, between Jake LaMotta, Macho Camacho, all this, I should be able to fight, but I really haven't been put to the test much. That's not an invitation, by the way, for anybody to hurt me. But I'm just saying, I should be able to box. So, bottom line is Puerto Ricans, like I said, they're pretty much like they've reached the moon. And all these different sports, the culture that they've produced, everybody knows Bad Bunny. I mean, it's insane. People in Antarctica know Bad Bunny at this point, right? So he's a great, and he's going to hopefully become a movie star. Who knows? Yep. With this Puerto Rico,
well, he's done a bunch of movies already.
Yeah, but like this is going to be the role.
Hopefully, this will.
When you're playing with those guys, I mean, like when
I think
you got to act.
You have Ed Norton and Javier Bardem, and
if you're acting against them, like in a scene together, that makes you a better actor. Just acting with those guys makes you better. Who do you think is the best that did both, like this, music and acting? Who's the best?
I have no idea. Well, Frank Sinatra did something.
Frank Sinatra, yeah.
At the time,
that's kind of what I think I thought of too.
Obviously Rita Moreno. Movie she sang.
A lot of them, do both. But like Joe Pesci, Joe Pesci was a lounge singer first, and then he put out the Vinny, my cousin Vinny album.
He's not Puerto Rican.
He's not Puerto Rican, of course. But he actually married a Puerto Rican girl. Not even kidding. Yeah, he married a Puerto Rican girl that got divorced.
Guy.
Got divorced also.
Anyway, so this has been
another installment
talking about all the stuff that's happening on the Puerto Rican side. We're not going to limit it, of course, to just our community, our island. Well, because there's so much happening worldwide involving the Latino community, which we have to talk about.
Yeah.
But tune into the next episode of Vida Latina Upstate, and we'll hope to see you soon.
Thank you for tuning in to another installment of the Vida Latina Upstate podcast. It was fun chopping it up with my dad about Puerto Rico, and like I said, the Boricuas and La Luna, the Puerto Ricans that are really out there, and all different. I mean, it just shows you how powerful people we are, right? And that we can do boxing and multifaceted boxing, really athletic, and can sing the most popular songs in the world. And this is the shout out I wanted to do. Lucy's Bar on Caroline Street, right?
Saratoga
Springs. Caroline Street. Let me get the address. 5 Caroline Street, Lucy's Bar. Go check it out because they have, since the Grammys in February, they had a Moscow Mule at the time, and all that stuff. But they also had a drink called the Bad Bunny, and they still have it there. It's still on the menu, and I asked the guy, it's one of their best sellers.
You know what the ingredients are?
I don't.
If it doesn't have rum, it can't be Bad Bunny. So
that's a good point. Maybe they might have to change the ingredients just for that.
Yeah.
But I actually don't know.
So next time you're in Saratoga,
next time you're in Saratoga,
stop by and have a Bad Bunny.
Have a Bad Bunny, and also not on us. But tell them we sent you though. Tell you Daniel from the Vida Latina podcast sent you, and at the same time go to Sartoria on Broadway for shouting people out. My friend Vincenzo Montesano and Jenny running that, and we will.
Thank
next
you for watching
time,
the Vida Latina Upstate podcast, brought to you by Virtual Barrio Productions. And thank you to Excelsior Advisors. Follow us on Instagram at Vida Latina Podcast. That's Vida Latina Podcast on Instagram. Subscribe to this channel, Vida Latina Upstate Podcast, for more content every 2 weeks. And thank you to my dad, Dan Irizarry, and Siempre Pa'lante. Ciao.